I'm Casey, and this is my very first cooking video. Today we're going to make lemon and herb chicken under brick, which is a grilled chicken that's smothered in butter and garlic and fresh herbs, and it's really easy, so here we go. We're going to whip up our lemon herb butter, and that has in it some lemon zest, garlic, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, salt, and pepper. It's really easy. So we have our half stick of butter that's been mostly melted, and we're really quickly going to zest a lemon using our microplane, which is a fantastic kitchen tool. I learned to cook when Kyle and I were living in Los Angeles, and I must have been 20, 21. And I would nanny during the days, and while I was babysitting, I would watch the Food Network. Then on the way home, I would stop at the store and get the ingredients to cook something new, and it really just gave me such a sense of self to be able to prepare food for my boyfriend and I, and to create something. And it just started to become a creative outlet for me, and it's just grown from there. So now that we have our lemon zest and butter mixture, we're going to add our fresh herbs. So we're going to start with about a tablespoon of minced fresh rosemary that's just been stripped off of the stem. Let's give that a quick fine mince. It smells so good. Okay. We'll add that, and then we're going to add about a tablespoon of freshly minced thyme. So we'll just start by stripping this off of the little stems. And these measurements with the herbs don't have to be perfect, whatever you have on hand. Great, so now we have our thyme all stripped, and we'll just give that a quick mince as well. There we go. That will get added right to the butter mixture. All that's left is adding a couple cloves of minced garlic. So we'll just pop those off, give them a quick whack with the flat part of your knife, which breaks the skin open and makes them really easy to peel. And then we'll just give those a quick mince. Okay, our garlic is really well minced, so we're just going to add that here to our melted butter. And finally, just about half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. And if there's any tool you need to have in your kitchen, it's a fresh pepper grinder. It makes all the difference in your cooking. And about half a teaspoon of salt. So now we have all of our fresh herbs and lemon zest and salt and pepper in with our melted butter. We'll just give it a quick stir and set it aside until we need it later. So now we're gonna make a little marinade that the chicken's gonna sit in for about 4 hours until we're ready to grill it. So to do that, we're gonna use that lemon that we zested before. And we're actually going to use 3 whole lemons. Great. I'm going to juice them here. So I like to just use a fork and put it in, and it helps just kind of squeeze the juice out. This is a very seedy lemon. That's okay, because it's just going to act as a marinade, so you don't need to worry about getting the seeds out. Now to this, we're going to add about half a teaspoon freshly ground black pepper. That should be good. And about half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add in a 1/4 cup of olive oil. You can just eyeball it. It doesn't need to be exact. Perfect. So here we have our chicken that's been cut into 10 pieces. And we're just going to throw it in a Ziploc bag. Just toss them in there. Like so. Okay. And then seal that up, press the air out. So, and I like to put the bag of chicken and marinade back into a casserole dish so that just in case the bag leaks, it doesn't get all over the refrigerator. So now we're just going to put this in the refrigerator and let the chicken marinate for about 4 hours. So now we're ready to grill our chicken, and I've had the grill preheating while I was getting some things ready and like taking the chicken out of the marinade and just getting prepped for grilling. So it's really hot right now. It's about 500 degrees. So I don't want to cook the chicken over direct heat because of the fat, it will burn. So I'm going to turn off the center grills and I'm going to put the chicken right in the center. So the first thing I'm going to do is really carefully oil my grill, which I'm just going to get some canola or vegetable oil on a paper towel. Woo, it's hot. And just really carefully, just right where the chicken's going to go. And then we'll take our tongs, or you can just do it with your hands. And I like to put the biggest pieces of chicken, like the breast, in the center. Skin side down. And then our skillet is going to go right on top. And we'll close. And it's going to cook like this for 15 minutes. Okay, so now our chicken has been cooking skin side down with the skillet on for about 15 minutes. And we're going to take the skillet off and flip the chicken over. And because these outside burners have been on high this whole time, it's really kept the temperature up about 375, which is perfect. So here we go. Be sure to use gloves since the skillet will be really hot. Perfect. And now just flip these over. You see those pretty grill marks. Yum! Great. Okay, and now we're going to take our butter mixture with the lemon and herbs that's been sitting right here so it's nice and runny. And we're just going to kind of spoon a bit on to each piece of chicken. And then using our brush, we'll use it to coat the chicken. Get all the garlic on there. Okay, so now we'll just use this to sort of spread the goodness around. Okay. And then we're going to close this, and it's going to cook for another 20 to 25 minutes. So while our chicken is grilling, we're going to really quickly whip up a basic, simple Caesar salad dressing. We're going to start with some lemon juice here. And this is one of the easiest and best salad dressings ever. My mom and a friend were at a restaurant and had this grilled kale Caesar salad, and the chef was kind enough to give them the recipe. And since then, it's been sort of adapted, but my mom and my sister and I all make it because it's the best salad dressing ever. So again, I like to use a fork just to help get some of the juice out. There's just one little seed in here. Okay. So it's about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and the next thing we're going to do is add about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Great. We'll go with about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and about 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. So this is anchovy paste, and I like to buy it in a little tube, and the Napoleon Company makes a great one. So we're going to do about 1/2 teaspoon, which is about 1 inch of paste. Next, we're going to do a tablespoon of Dijon, and then we're going to quickly mince up a clove of garlic. Let's give it a quick mince. And this is honestly, like, I usually make this salad dressing in at least double or triple the amount because it's so good. So that just goes right in there. Just whisk it up, get it kind of emulsify. Perfect. There you go. So now I'm just getting started on the grilled kale Caesar salad. And you want to wash and dry about 2 large bunches of kale because it really cooks down on the grill. And you're going to just strip it off the stem and discard the stems and just tear it into little pieces. Toss it in a bowl, and once you've got all of this in here, you're going to really saturate it well, coat it well with extra virgin olive oil before we put it on the grill. Now that our kale's all torn up, we're just going to give it a good coating of olive oil and toss it around. And just keep that going. And I know this looks like a lot of kale, but it really cooks down. Like 2 large bunches of kale is probably enough for 3 people. But believe me, there's never any left in the bowl. It's one of our very favorites. Great. Now you're all set to go. We'll take this out to the grill. Okay, so our chicken's been cooking for about 20 minutes, and I've checked, and the smaller pieces are done, but the breast meat still needs a little bit longer to cook. So I'm going to take the smaller pieces off and leave the breast for another 5-10 minutes. Let's give that a couple more minutes. So I've just checked our chicken breasts, and they're ready to come off the grill. I've reduced our heat on the grill to medium, and I've turned the center burners back on, and now we're going to cook our kale. You just kind of dump it on. Use the tongs to spread it out and toss it around until it starts to crisp up and brown and wilt. Okay, so our kale's been grilling now for about 5 minutes, and it's starting to crisp up on the edges, so we'll start pulling it off. Now you need a much smaller bowl because it's reduced in size so much while it's been grilling. So now we have our kale off the grill. I'm going to turn it off and head inside to eat. Great, now we're ready to throw everything together. First we're just going to toss our grilled kale Caesar salad with our salad dressing that we made earlier. Should have about half a cup of dressing, which works perfectly. And we're going to grate some Parmesan. Perfect. Just give that a quick toss. Make sure all of the kale gets coated with the dressing. Ooh, yum, it smells so smoky and delicious. Perfect. And now we have our chicken. Let's go for a thigh. Okay, let's try it. Oh my gosh, the chicken is so good with the lemon zest, and it's really garlicky. And even though I make the grilled kale Caesar salad all the time, I should probably try it. This is one of my very favorite kinds of meals to make. It's easy, it's satisfying, it's flavorful, and it can feed, 4 to 6 people, so it's great for entertaining. So this is my daughter Gwyneth, who just woke up from her nap as I'm wrapping this up, and there is just one other thing that I wanted to share with you, which is some great locally made wine and beer choices from here in the gorge. So for a white wine, I went with the State Reserve Chardonnay from Phelps Creek Vineyard because it's only partly barrel aged, barrel oaked, so it's really light and not what you would traditionally think of with the Chardonnay, and it's got some really nice citrus notes that pair well with the lemon. And then here I have the Natal Dolcetto from Marchese Vineyards, which I love. It's just a great basic red. It's got lots of like plum and berry flavor, so it's just really great served with anything and is a total crowd pleaser. And then this is the Double Mountain Vaporizer, which is a dry hop pale ale, and if you love IPAs or pales, this is a great marriage of sort of the two styles. So it's got some great citrus flavor from the dry hops, and these would all pair great with this. And there you have it, the first cooking video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching my cooking video. I hope to make it a regular feature on the vlogs. You can find me at gorgeinthegorge.com and a collectionofpassions.com. See you next time.